Those gardener bots sure are dedicated. Good work getting the Harper back. Our full force has been deployed here. Let's make it count. Brotherhood took Washington from us. We'll take their elder from them.
Sir, I take it you've heard. I can't believe it. The general's dead.
We've survived this far. We'll make it to the end.
I'll try and be optimistic. It's just a big loss. I retrieved the beryllium agitator from mass fusion while you were at Hallucinogen. Here, you'd better get it to Myers, ASAP.
General Ward. Good work recovering all those materials for Dr. Kane. Heard that the city was crawling.
We'll restore law and order, whether the people want it or not.
There's a real buzz around here these days.
Brotherhood of... The army depot's a gold mine. It's really bolstered our equipment. We'll destroy the Brotherhood. You can count on that.
Going down.
Mark my words. Dr. Kane will find a way to stop the mutants.
Hey, Major.
Sounds like you got that fancy beryllium agitator for me.
Yep, got it right here.
We've powered down Reactor 1, ready for the agitator. Let's get cooking.
You've got this, Myers.
Spiking in Sector 7. Justine?
Reactor 2 is operating at a 95% efficiency.
Radiation levels are within the correct operating envelope.
Increased load from the labs. Compensating.
Core pressure holding at 740 psi. Monitors reporting green across the board.
Won't take
All
long.
systems are within normal operating parameters.
Reactor temperature is at a steady 995 degrees. Gotta keep an eye on those transient loads. Increased load from the labs. Compensating.
Reactor temperature is at a
Okay.
steady
Fire her
995
up, Sam.
degrees.
Spiking in Sector 7.
Got it.
Justine?
Coolant coils looking good. Operating valves flow is good. Pressure buildup is nominal. Sending
Reactor 2 is operating at 95% efficiency.
Reactor online. Status green across the board. Core pressure holding at 740 psi.
Monitors reporting green across the board. Radiation levels are within the correct operating envelope. Reactor 1 is operating at 97% efficiency.
All systems are within normal operating parameters.
All things considered, that went smoothly. Well done. Now everyone can focus on their work, rather than worry about power budgets.
I'm sure the reactor will improve everyone's life. It's a great accomplishment.
That it will. And we have you to thank for it. I spoke to Dr. Kane earlier, and she mentioned wanting to show me something in the labs. You should join us.
Gotta keep an eye on those transient loads.
Going up. Ground floor.
Head to the training area if you're looking for some target practice.
It might be a little cramped, but it's the safest place in the world. It might be a little cramped, but it's the safest place in the world. If you're wounded, go see Dr. Magnus over in the med bay. Does Colonel White know?
Hello, Major. I take it you're here for the demonstration?
What's going
It may have taken countless sleepless nights, but the FEV is finally ready to be shown in action, and I've prepared a little demonstration.
That's right.
I'll begin once Colonel Whitehill arrives. You know, it's a crying shame General Ward isn't with us anymore. I don't believe that Colonel Whitehill truly values what I've been able to create. Are you ready for the demonstration?
That's right.
Very well, let us begin.
Let's see what you've got, Doctor.
I thought it'd be prudent to show you how we got where we are. If you look down into the test chamber, you'll see the results of what I'm designating FEV Kane 1. This strain of the FEV is not dissimilar to the one we recovered, simply stabilized to the best of my abilities.
Ghouls and supermutants. All dead. Surely it wasn't that easy, was it?
Unfortunately, it wasn't that straightforward, no. Of the 4 subjects in that test chamber, 2 were relatively healthy wastelanders, 1 was a ghoul, and 1 was a vault dweller from Vault 81. The vault dweller exhibited extreme cell growth within 15 minutes of exposure. Strength and aggression increased dramatically. We had to terminate them. The Wastelanders did not, at first, exhibit any reactions until they lost consciousness after half an hour. Within an hour, they appeared to begin ghoulifying, while the ghoul experienced near-instant death due to lung damage. One positive result, at least.
I imagine the strain you were working with was designed for a very different purpose.
Yes, this original strain was created with the super soldier plan in mind. In here, you can see the results of FEV Kane 6.
I can see why you've been requesting more test subjects.
Quite. With this strain, we wanted to increase the potency of the virus to reduce the time needed to reach maximum effect. Unfortunately, it appears we made FEV Kane 6 far too aggressive. It provokes an intense immunoresponse in patients, leading to immediate and indiscriminate death and liquefaction.
Interesting. It could still be an effective weapon for our troops.
Perhaps, but if it's purely chemical warfare you're interested in, there are far simpler compounds that can be used. This way, please. Here we have the results of FEV Kane 9. I was close with this strain, very close. Like in the first example, the subjects consisted of 1 vault dweller, 2 common wastelanders, and a ghoul. Within 5 minutes of exposure to the FEV agent, all subjects, minus the vault dweller, perished from asphyxiation as their lung cells were destroyed. The vault dweller exhibited no abnormal symptoms aside from, well, mental trouble, as is to be expected.
Honing in on their lungs, then.
Yes, the base agent was already affecting the subject's lungs, so we opted to build on that. The results were very promising. It is most potent against land-based mammals, although it does seem to retain some effectiveness against non-mammals, aggressively attacking their organs. Unfortunately, healthy humans are not fully immune to the effects of FEV Kane 9. Approximately 2 hours after exposure, an aggressive cancer begins to propagate through the patient's body. This one doesn't have long left to live.
That's a shame, but it's good progress nonetheless.
Yes, we were so close. We were, however, able to identify what leads to the cancer in pure patients after sufficient testing. Come with me to the upper test chamber.
Please, let me see and scan as many indigenous life forms as possible. It is, of course, for science.
So, what have you got for us here?
Let's call it a live fire exercise.
Please. Please, you don't have to do this.
You shouldn't have leaked information, Corporal.
A traitor with minimal radiation exposure makes for a fine control sample. I'm sure you'd agree.
You've got this all wrong. I didn't do anything.
Please settle down. Now, on the left of the chamber, we have sedated wasteland abominations. I had hoped to include a non-feral ghoul in this demonstration, but unfortunately I have already depleted our reserves of them. I think it's time you see FEV Kane 9B in action. You can dispense it from that terminal over there.
Do you want to start the test?
I'm on it.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Please, stop.
The FEV has been dispensed.
I don't want to die.
Stop whining. Fortunately for you, your radiation levels are too minute for FEV K9B to react. This is it. The ultimate weapon against the wasteland. No need to inoculate, and no cure for those vulnerable to it.
You can't argue with the results.
What's our next move?
Our immediate priority should be to weaponize this FEV in some form of grenade. Equipping our troops with a localized, highly lethal way to tackle irradiated hostiles will be crucial as we occupy more of the Commonwealth.
This is a good start.
I think so too.
Colonel Whitehill, I implore you to rethink this strategy of yours. It would be foolish to squander my FEV in rudimentary grenades. We hold the solution to the mutated hordes in our hands. Let me work with the chief engineer to release my FEV throughout the world.
No. My word is final, Doctor. We're going forward with the development of FEV grenades, and that's that.
You're making a mistake.
What's going on?
The depot is under attack.
Who by?
A Brotherhood air assault. Our troops are outnumbered.
Shit! We've got to send them reinforcements. Get the vertibirds ready to transport the troops ASAP. Major, I need you to assist the troops in the defense. Do what you've got to do. Move out.
Follow me, Major.
Excuse me, officer.
There's a real buzz around here these days.
Ready to go to the Army Depot, sir?
Let's move out.
Right, Major. We're approaching VAO. Leading the charge. More reinforcements are inbound. Our troops should be holding out at the HQ. I'm seeing heavy gunfire ahead. Get ready on that minigun. Hit him out before you jump.
How thoughtful. I feel better now.
I'll let you know if I need you. Can't talk right now. Maybe later? Good work, Major. But we can't rest yet. Something serious has come up.
What do you need me to do?
Our intel shows the Brotherhood has moved into an old test silo north of here, known as Site Gamma. They're preparing to launch a missile against the oil rig. It'd wipe us out in an instant. We're launching an attack on Site Gamma immediately. And you're on the operation. Captain Peterson knows about Site Gamma, so he'll head the operation. Let's teach the Brotherhood a lesson.
Excuse me, officer.
Major, ready to begin?
I'm ready.
The target is Site Gamma, a missile test site. The facility is covered by 2 anti-air batteries, which will need to be destroyed before we can send in the main force. We will be airdropped just outside of the anti-air's range. Our primary objective will be to disable them. After we've disabled both anti-airs, the main force will arrive. We'll advance to the launch site with vertibirds providing covering fire. Once inside the launch site, we fight our way to the control room and clear it. Ready to go?
Let's move out.
For the Enclave! You're 6, Major. First target's to the northwest. That's where the first anti-air control terminal's at.